Okay, do this. Let's save some of that data.
All right. Time to get going.
And get going, it's time to.
Oh, Reen!
Yo, Elliot, what's up, my guy? What's up, my dude?
Morning, Elliot.
Good morning. Are you heading to school now too? How about we walk there together?
Sure. It's getting late though, so we might need to pick up the pace a little.
No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
I think so. I'm not sensing anyone else on this floor, at least. Gaius in particular is probably long gone by now, being the early riser he is.
Oh, he's not sensing anyone? What does that mean exactly?
Means there's nobody on this floor that he can feel the presence of.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning! Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah. Come on, Emma. We're going to be late. Hey, wait for me, Elisa.
Yo, what's up? Good morning.
We'll see you in class.
I never would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long.
Gotta hold the grudge.
She knows it was just an accident, right? She has to. Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
No kidding. She's not even giving me a chance to apologize to her.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually. Class 7's got enough tension as it is, what with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats. So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
I'll certainly do what I can, whatever that may be.
Like, I'm trying, Elliot. I'm trying.
These past 2 weeks have really flown by, haven't they? It's funny, I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum. Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money.
Well, strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture. I do get what you mean, though. I figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that.
You too, huh? I wish I were as smart as Machias or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Machias wasn't far behind.
I'm sure. Eustace and Elisa are apparently doing really well too, as are Laura and Gaius.
Really? Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up then. Though I really do hope they don't mind.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about Eustace and Laura. I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everybody else, but they're both nobles, right? And Eustace's family rules over the whole eastern side of the Empire, so it kinda feels like I should address them more formally.
Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Eustace every chance you get, like a certain someone else.
Oh, I don't plan on it. I'd hoped they'd get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end. When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air.
It's not all Machias either. Eustace seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity.
I mean, Machias has it
I
coming.
can't even imagine what it would take to make them see eye to eye at this point.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along. And that's where we'd be if we weren't in Class 7. Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I'm still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory. Though, to be fair, I think that building was abandoned till this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
Well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
Hey, you're in our way. Step aside at one. Class 7, I see.
Is something the matter?
You're just a ragtag bunch of nobodies, aren't you? Come on, we're leaving.
Yes, Patrick! A word of advice. You might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are. Never forget your place.
So they're from one of the upper classes. This is why I hate talking to them.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles. Thank goodness Laura and Eustace aren't like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
Yeah, Patrick is our
That's
game's
the
resident
infamous
jackass.
dormitory number 1, where all the nobility lives. It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
Wow, really? Guess that's our cue to pick up the pace.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet? Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide on one.
Stand, bow, be seated.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago. This was brought about by the conflict we know as the War of the Lions, a civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the late emperor by the most powerful of his potential successors. But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course. Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the Empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war. Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights. The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession. He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself. And that name, of course, was Dreikel's Rhysei Arnor. He would later become known as Dreikel's the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia and father of the Renaissance. Not to mention the founder of this very academy. Dreikel's army was initially rather small in number, but as he traveled across the empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased. Now, the place where Emperor Dreikel's first began gathering his army was Reen Schwarzer. Would you care to tell the class?
No. Yeah, his army was the don't know. I'm gonna go with Nord Highlands. It was the Nord Highlands, a region northeast of Erebonia. Very good, Mr. Schwarzer. Prince Dreikel's wanderings led him to the very land of Nord, where he lived with the vagabonds for some time. It was there that he heard of the civil war taking place in Erebonia, and those vagabonds of Nord became his very first allies. Yes, I got it right. Nord Islands. Guess he didn't need my help after all. Aww. Yeah. All the rank.
Nice work, everyone. You made it through another grueling day of classes. In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day. It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time. Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
Sleep is greatly wonderful.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
Of course! This school shuts down for no one, so feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like. A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week. On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
A practical exam?
What does that entail exactly?
It's part of your combat training. You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then. Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time too, just to keep from getting rusty.
Interesting.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
Hey, you're making
and
me
one
sleepy.
more
Stop.
thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement about a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
Damn it, Fee.
What?
Here it comes.
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something. That concludes today's homeroom. Machias, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. All rise. Bow.
I'm a little worried about that practical exam next week. I mean, I'm still just getting used to this staff. I'd be happy to help you train if you need a sparring partner. The gymnasium looks big enough for that. I'm sure we'd have no trouble finding a good spot for it. That's very kind of you to offer, but I was planning on attending club practice today. Oh, you've joined a club already? Which one did you pick? I decided to try for the band. Though I'm not sure how much use I'll be. Though I'm not sure how much use they'll have for a violinist. I didn't know you played the violin. Did you just pick it up for fun? Yeah, something like that. How about you guys? Have you joined any of the school's clubs? I'm considering joining the art club. Art, huh? Somehow that's not what I pictured for you. No pun intended. Do you have any artistic experience? I dabbled in it back home. Taught myself though, so I feel like this place could be a good chance to learn proper technique. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'd love to see some of your work sometime. Oh, good, you're still here. Instructor? Is there a problem? No, I was just hoping someone could do a teensy little favor for me. There's something I need picked up from the student council room. Something you need picked up? What would that be? That's for me to know and for you to find out. All I'll say is, it's something absolutely essential to school life. And somebody needs to go get it, though. It doesn't matter who. Any volunteers? Sure, I'll go. If I show up in the student council room and tell them you sent me, they'll know why I'm there, right? Wait, are you sure you don't mind? You two have clubs to go to, right? I'm still totally undecided, so this shouldn't be a big deal at all. I can look in on a few clubs myself along the way, in fact. Well, if you really don't mind, thank you. The student council room is in the student union building next door, at the end of the hall on the second floor. It's open until quite late, so there's no rush. Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Okay. Alright, and let us be on our way. Okay, so I said... So we're going to be zooming through. Make travel a breeze. If I remember correctly, the student union building should be on the east of the main building. It doesn't seem like this is too urgent though, so maybe I'll head over after familiarizing myself with the campus a bit. There's more to Thor's than just the main building and all its classrooms. There are many other facilities located on campus. The auditorium is used for events like the entrance ceremony. Although this building is normally closed, it will be open during certain events. The field is home to more athletic activities such as practical exams. Many sports clubs such as lacrosse and riding clubs use this area to practice too. The gymnasium is used for general training purposes. There you'll find the pool and the training hall. Those two facilities are managed by the swimming and fencing clubs respectively. As such, the gym's usually a lively spot. The engineering club is the de facto place for orbit maintenance and is managed by the engineering club. While you can't enter for now, you'll find yourself here again and again during your time at Thor's. The library holds a variety of papers and books for your perusal and serves as a handy space for study and research. You can also go there to brush up on all the Zemirian terminology you can handle. The Student Union Building is the first place for students to relax and unite. This first floor houses some stores and a cafeteria. You'll find the culture clubs on the second floor and even a salon reserved for upper class students on the third. Well, that's rude. Occasionally you'll see markers displayed on characters and places that show there will be an event will take place there. Red is for the story, green is for quest events.
This should be the Student Union building. I know the cafeteria is on the first floor, but I wonder where the student council room is.
Hey there, first year. How's it going? Academy life been treating you well this past half month?
Oh, yeah, it has. Guess he must be a second year. It's not easy, but I'm managing. Mostly. Though I have a feeling it's only going to get harder from here on out.
Of course it will. Your class is going to be more intense than the others too. But you just hang in there, okay?
Okay. Wait. You're a second year student, aren't you? Do you mind if I ask your name?
Hey now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First things first, how about you let me show you this cool trick I've been practicing?
Trick?
You got a 50 mirror coin I can borrow?
I think so. Pretty sure I do, anyway.
Cheers. All right, watch closely.
Huh?
Now, which hand is the coin in? Left or right?
It's in your...
Too bad.
Guess you win. I'm usually pretty good at following moving objects too. Though, wait. You said this was a trick, which means...
You catch on quick.
Huh?
Keep up the good work, man. You're gonna need to be pretty tough to get through a year with Sarah as your instructor. Oh, and the student council room is on the second floor, furthest room back. See you around. Have a good weekend.
Wait! My 50... mirror. He got me. Andy seemed to know I was heading to the student council room too. Somehow. Nice good. I haven't met many of the second years yet. I wonder if they're all like that. Oh well. At least now I know where I'm going. Though if it really is open late, I guess there's no real rush. I might as well see what else people are up to in here.
Yeah. On the first floor of the Student Council Union Building, you'll find both cafeteria and campus store. Very important places. As you might expect, the cafeteria sells a number of different kinds of food. Meanwhile, the store sells combat equipment like weapons and recovery items. This makes it the best place to stock up on supplies or buy new equipment on campus. Feed me! No, we gotta go to the second floor. This looks like the place. There's definitely someone still inside. I can sense it. Hope I'm not interrupting. Let's knock.
Hello? Please come in. It's open.
I recognize that voice. Pardon the interruption. Oh, you're that girl.
It's been about 2 weeks, hasn't it? Welcome to the Student Council room, Reen Schwarzer. Instructor Sarah sent you, right?
Yes. So, you're a member of the Student Council then? I wonder if she got moved up a few years. She looks even younger than Fee.
Is something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just wondering, are you a second-year student?
I am, but there's no need for formalities with me. There's no junior or senior in my book.
Toa Herschel. She's great.
The name's Toa Herschel. I'm the Student Council president.
President?
Uh-huh. Does that surprise you? I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunities to interact with you and the other first years during your time here. So if there's anything you need help with, you just come and let me know, okay? I'll do everything in my power to make it better.
Thank you. That's very kind. She's seriously the Student Council president? That's hard to believe. The reason I've come here is because you're holding on to something for Class 7, right?
Oh, of course. Here you go. Yours is the one on top.
Let's see.
I received 9 student notebooks.
Oh, our student notebooks. I completely forgot about these.
I'm really sorry it's taken so long. Class 7's curriculum is pretty different from any of the other classes. And you're even using a different kind of battle orbment. So yours had to be compiled separately.
Meaning these notebooks have information in them about...
The Arcus, yes. All the student notebooks double as instruction manuals for their accompanying battle orbments. And the other first years are all using the same type as last year, so we could just reuse last year's template. But the Arcus type you're using works quite differently, so we had to write a whole new set of directions from scratch.
Okay, that makes sense. But wait, who's we?
Pretty much just me. Instructor Sarah asked me to do it on her behalf, which means it's my fault this has taken so long. I'm really sorry.
Oh, no. If anything, it sounds like we owe you a huge debt of gratitude for putting so much time and effort into it. Is that really part of the Student Council's job, though? It seems more like something our instructor should be handling herself.
Technically, you're right, but she's always so busy. And I help out the other instructors a lot, too, so I don't mind lending her a hand from time to time.
What a nice person. Maybe a little too nice for her own good. I doubt she ever gets a moment's rest around here. So, you just need me to give these to the other students in Class 7, right?
Yes, please. I really appreciate what you've all agreed to do, too.
Huh? What do you mean?
I heard all about it from Instructor Sarah. She said you've agreed to help out the Student Council with our work, right? It's such a nice gesture. You're really getting Class 7 off to a great start here at the Academy.
Sarah got you, boy.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Didn't you tell her that you wanted to help ease our workload? Something
No.
about wanting to better yourselves? To prove you were worthy of being a part of this prestigious new class? She said you were all really eager to help out. So I should try to delegate some of my duties to you.
Did she now?
Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands.
Mwah, indeed.
I'm sorry. Did I misunderstand her or something? Oh, how embarrassing. I didn't mean to start trying to force work onto you when you've only just enrolled.
There's no way I can turn her down. No. Instructor Sarah's absolutely right. Your plate is as full as I've seen, so if I can help you in any way, please let me.
Phew. I thought there had been a terrible misunderstanding there for a moment. But don't worry, I won't give you anything too difficult. It'll mostly just be fulfilling requests from people in the academy and in Trista.
Requests?
Yep. Sometimes people send in feedback and list things they'd like us to do for them. And we try to help out however we can. I'll pick some up for you to do by the end of the day. And drop the list in your mailbox at your dorm tomorrow morning. Will that be okay with you?
Sure thing. Thanks. Dusk already? What a day. Can't believe she wound up treating me to dinner in the cafeteria, and she's still got more student council work to do yet. How is she so busy? Hello? This is Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Guten Tag, my favorite little Wunderkind. I hear you had a nice little dinner date with the student council president. Ooh la la.
If this is how you treat your favorite little Wunderkind, I dread to think how you treat people you don't like. Would you care to explain why you've been signing me up for things behind my back?
I'll skip the details for now, but it's got something to do with the other part of your curriculum that I'll be announcing next week. I thought it'd be a good chance for one of you to do a little rehearsal before the main event.
More like rehearsal.
And since the student council truly is busy, I figured, why not kill two birds with one stone? A fine plan, if I do say so myself.
I have a feeling half the reason they're as busy as they are is because of certain instructors. But alright, I'm happy to play along. Basically, you just want me to spend my free day tomorrow helping the student council, right?
Oh, that's entirely up to you. If there's a club you're interested in joining, far be it from me to force you away from it.
No, to be honest, I still haven't found one that really clicks with me, so that won't be a problem. There is one question I'd like to ask, though. Why me, exactly? This seems like the kind of task typically entrusted to the class president or vice president. So, Emma or Machias. And even if you were choosing based on social class, Eustace and Laura were both born into noble families. I wasn't. So what makes me so special, exactly?
Well, in a sense, you're effectively at the center of Class 7.
Pardon?
I'm not saying you're its leader, of course, but in a class full of nobles, commoners, and exchange students, you in particular are special. Surely even you can see that, no?
Well...
That's why I decided to give you first dibs, so to speak. I wanted to get an idea of how things might go from here on out. There's never been a class like yours before, after all. So there you have it. The beans have been spilled all over the place. Ball's in your court now.
Wait, what are you drinking?
Beer, of course. It's the weekend and I'm stuck wasting away in my room, imbibing libations. Alas, all by my lonesome. If only I had a classy gentleman friend who'd go out drinking with me. But woe of woes, such a man is nary to be found.
Are you okay?
Never better. But you, instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along. And on that note, make sure you're back in the dorm by curfew and all transgressions will be forgiven. Toodles!
Sarah's great.
If I don't plant myself somewhere, huh? She may have a few screws loose, but she's got a point. maybe I should just try going with the flow and see what comes of it.
Chapter 1, Unconventional Studies. Afterwards, Reen returned straight to the dormitory. And after relaxing in his room for a while, he decided to walk around the dorms. You can now view the overall achievements and character tabs in your notebook. Both can be accessed by pressing the touchpad or choosing Note from the camp menu. Alright, President Toa left me in charge of handing out everyone's notebooks. Tomorrow's our first free day, so I should get this done with tonight. You explore Class 7's dorms on the night before each free day. Be aware, however, that the story will progress should you return to Reen's room. Hey there, Reen. Something the matter? Toa gave me Class 7 student notebooks to hand out earlier, so I'm just going around delivering those. Here's yours, Elliot. Reen handed Elliot his notebook. Oh, thanks. Anyway, were you playing the violin in here? Sort of. It's pretty late, so I wasn't really playing per se, just doing the fingering and motions. The wind orchestra is at meeting tomorrow, so I thought I should get some practice in tonight instead. Wow, you're really into your music, huh? I can't imagine most people being that invested in their hobbies. Your room's chock full of musical stuff, too. It's not that much, honestly. It'd be nice if the walls of these dorms were a bit more soundproof, though. Then I'd be able to play all night without bothering anyone. Spoken like a true music nerd. This would be Eustace's room. Who's there? It's me, Reen. I've got your student notebook here. Very well. Reen handed Eustace his notebook. You have my thanks. Don't mention it. Mind if I ask what you were up to? I was simply reading. Oh, what kind of book? A biography I borrowed from the library. Why must I indulge your mundane little questions? Huh? While we may live in the same dorm, the two of us are perfect strangers. Your proximity to me does not give you the license to intrude on my private life. You're right. I'm sorry about that. Pay it no mind. Also, I suggest you be more mindful of when and to whom you volunteer your time. Otherwise, people will be more than happy to simply use you at every turn. Was that meant to be a warning? He doesn't seem like an easy guy to make friends with, that's for sure. But maybe he's got a good heart. Eustace came from some shit. Evening, Reen. What's up? Actually, I was just looking for you. I've got your student notebook here. Here you go. Oh, I was wondering when that had come. Thanks. Sorry to make you go out of your way to deliver it. No worries. Your room's got a really distinctive feel to it, though. What's that hanging on the wall? That's sort of an ornament made in the Nord Highlands. I thought it'd be a nice way to bring the spirit of my homeland along with me. I see. It really does give the whole room an exotic feel. You've got your brushes out, too, so I'm guessing you're going to spend tomorrow painting? Yeah, I'm planning to head over to the art club. Feel free to come along if you feel like it. Will do. This should be Machias' room. Who is it? It's me, Reen. I've got something here for you. I'll be right there. Sorry to make you go to all that trouble. Oh, don't worry about it. Were you in the middle of studying there? I'm sorry if I interrupted you. No need to be sorry for that. How did you know I was studying, though? You've got pencil marks all over the sides of your hands. Well, then. You should make sure to do plenty of studying yourself. You don't want to find yourself falling behind. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Most of our classes seem like they'll be pretty hard, too. Agreed. Besides, it'll be a chance to show up those snobby upper-class students. I'll see you tomorrow, then. Yeah, good night. Oh no, I think girls are on the 3rd floor. This should be Laura's room. Hey, Laura, are you in there? Is that you, Reen? I'll be right there. Thank you for taking the time to deliver it to me. Don't worry about it. What were you doing anyway? You didn't hear me knocking and you're covered in sweat. I was just practicing with the wooden sword. Must have been so focused on my practice that I didn't hear you knock at first. That's some concentration, alright. Maybe I should do some practicing when I get back to my room, too. You certainly don't want to neglect your training. I'd enjoy it if I had someone to duel with sometime, too. Well then, good night. Good night. It should be Emma's room. Yes, who is it? It's me, Reen. Do you have a moment? Ah, Reen, I'll be right there. Thank you. Oh, on an unrelated note, how are you planning on spending the day tomorrow? I'm thinking I'll help out the student council. How about you? I plan on looking at some more clubs. I haven't seen what the culture clubs have to offer yet, so I'll be visiting them tomorrow. Oh, right, joining a club does sound like a good idea. Let me know if any of them seem really good. Alright, I will. Also, I do hope you're able to make up with Elisa soon. Yeah, I'm going to try and talk to her again later. Good luck. Don't try to rush things either. I think Elisa still needs to sort out her feelings about everything. But don't worry, I'm sure it will all work out in the end. Thanks. Good night, Emma. Good night. Thank you for bringing me my notebook, too. This will be Fee's room. Who's there? It's me, Reen. I've got something here for you. Coming. Cheers. Ah. Oh, were you asleep? I didn't mean to wake you up. It's fine. I'm surprised you went to sleep this early, though. I mean, we just had dinner. I didn't have anything else to do. You done? Yeah, I just wanted to give you the notebook. Right. She's a unique one, that girl. I wonder how she ended up a student here anyway. I need to give Elisa her student notebook too. Right, here goes. Who is it? It's me, Reen. What do you want? What are you even thinking coming to some innocent girl's room this late at night? Okay, good point. I wouldn't have under normal circumstances, but there's something I need to give you. Reen explained that Toa asked him to hand out everyone's student notebooks. Oh. Okay, wait a moment. Hurry up and hand it over. Okay, just hold on a second. Reen took out Elisa's notebook. It should be this one. Let's see. Elisa, right. Don't read that! Elisa snatched the student notebook out of Reen's hands. I can't let my guard down around you for a second, can I? Sorry, I can't tell which notebook is which without looking inside. I really didn't mean any harm. Or so you say. Anyway, is that all? That's all you wanted, isn't it? Good night, then. Guess I'll have to back off for tonight. But it seems that R is just an initial. I didn't finish reading her full name before she snatched it out of my hands, though. Is there a reason she's hiding it? Alright, back into Reen's room. Room of Reen. Should I call it a day? Yes. Go sleepy night. Huh. Task: Old Scample House Mystery. I have reason to believe that strange phenomena have been occurring in the old schoolhouse of late. As such, I would like to request that one or more combat-ready students look into this and report back to me. For more details, come see me in my office on the first floor of the main building. Orwell Delivery. George. I've just finished preparing a bunch of the Orwell tech here at the engineering club, but I need someone to deliver everything. Stop by the engineering building, left of the student union building, and I'll tell you more. A noteworthy loss. Colette. I kind of dropped my student notebook and now I can't find it anywhere. Would anyone be willing to help me look? I'll be looking for it on the first floor of the student union building, and I'd really appreciate it if someone lent me a hand. One from the principal, one from the engineering club, and oh hey, one from another first year. I certainly wasn't expecting a request from the principal as one of my very first assignments. I hope I don't screw it up. I'm curious about that one from the engineering club too. Sounds interesting. Well, I've got all day, so let's just dive in, I guess. You now view quest tabs in your notebook. Quests automatically records progress all quests, extracurricular activities you undertake. You can be accessed by pressing the touchpad button or by choosing a note on the campus, followed by some quests complete in order to advance the main story. These quests have a required mark next to their name, and the story will progress once they've been completed. Quests without this mark and non-essential for advancement will disappear from the list if not undertaken in a timely manner. Receive 2 bonding points. About bonding events. On free days, special events can be triggered with certain classmates and sub-characters. These are called bonding events. 1 point will be consumed each time you view an event, but your bond with that character will be strengthened. When the time of day advances to evening, all daytime bonding events and quests will no longer be available. In exchange, you will receive 1 bonus point, which can be used to trigger an evening-exclusive bonding event. On free days, you can use bonding points to participate in bonding events with other characters. Different bonding events will be available during the daytime and evening. In your evenings and your free days, you'll receive an additional bonding point. Okay. New day, which means new recording session. See you guys next time.